Hi, I'm Birdime. Now today, I got a request. This was actually my brother's idea, and I've been seeing it everywhere. This movie called Cuties. It was announced a few weeks ago. Of course, in the height of the Save the Children movement, the movement that's basically the entire world saying, hey, pedophilia is not okay, which I did not think we needed a movement for, but 2020 is a weird place. I don't even know how to describe this. It's about a dance group of minors, and it's talking, it's inappropriate outfit, and listen, I just saw only like one image from the movie that someone posted saying it's disgusting, and I saw the poster, and I agree. I don't know who thought of this movie, but I heard there's supposed to be a good message behind this. Something about, culture and stuff like that. It's supposed to be this big story. Every person on YouTube, besides like one or two, are saying this movie is absolutely disgusting. Does not do that message whatsoever. And I have to do it myself. I have to get my own opinion. Now, the big debate right now that people are now doing on Twitter is bringing anime into this because why not? And because anime has a history of underage characters that look like adults. It's become a whole meme before, and the debate is, well, are they fictional, and my opinion is, no, that's not okay. No, you do not need to draw a 6-year-old with tits for your anime. That's where that came into your mind. I don't know what's wrong with you. It's also a different country that these usually come out in, so it's not America's job to control it. But I did hear some article said, I don't know if this is true, that the American government actually commented on this Netflix movie. I don't know if it's true. If it is, I'll just add it in a picture right here. I got told, though, by watching videos, just don't watch the movie, just take everyone's word for it. But I have to. Wish me luck. And hopefully the FBI agents just realize I'm doing this for a YouTube video. So I'm not even gonna edit in scenes from this movie. All the scenes I'll talk about feel illegal. I kind of am confused on who wrote this. First of all, this is a critic point of view. Who got the subtitles so bad to what they're speaking? And I believe it's dubbed over too. And the dub doesn't match the subtitles, and it's or the lips or anything, and so that's bad. This movie is bad. First of all, when I went on Netflix, it was number 7 trending. I think a lot of people just wanted to watch it, which I guess I can't really complain about, but I think it's one of those things that we need, once it's out of our systems and once we talk about it, this needs to go away. Because the scenes like that would use. First of all, the last scene I watched, they were playing with a condom. They make these characters dressed so inappropriately, do so many like talking things like that, yet add so much things like, they're like, oh, that's what people with AIDS use. What I'm fumbling on my words, but they literally made kids say, condoms are what people with AIDS use. You need to put that down. It could give you cancer. That's a scene. A kid finds a condom somehow and just plays with it. And another scene, they convince the main character to use a phone and go into the boys' bathroom and try to film the kids. I don't even feel comfortable saying it. And what else? They were watching porn together. I get that another country made this first, and then Netflix brought it over as an original. That's what at least I believe. I'm not researching this anymore. The actors in this movie are real children. They're all 11. They didn't. It's not. They didn't. Like, for those of you who don't know, in Hannah Montana, the older brother, Jackson, was a full-grown adult. And usually in Disney Channel shows, they actually get adults. A lot of these things do. Especially when they're doing these types of messages. I didn't finish the movie. And I'm not saying I want to figure out what this message is, but they're doing awful. They're straight up really bad at this message. And someone called this porn. I almost didn't say it because I was like, should I say it because it would get me took on for YouTube? Everyone else is calling it. Basically, some people call this porn. If you want to argue that it's like softcore porn, sure, that could make sense. It's not porn. It's not in that nature, and I could definitely tell they tried. But it felt like they got the writing room together. And when they were finding people for this movie, one person who was a pedophile agreed to be on this movie writing team. So you have like 4, regular people, and then you have like a pedophile in there throwing in these things to make it even worse. I don't think even with that, it would still be bad. It's horribly done message, and I don't think it's because the translation over. I think it's just badly done. But it feels like, some pedophile was working on this movie and tried throwing in all these slightly inappropriate things. And it's probably not the worst thing ever. Because there is things worse out there. There's still these websites that exist out there, But I don't see this as a movie for anyone. I don't see this as a movie for adults. I don't see this as a movie for people, because the main character is Muslim. I don't see this as a movie for Muslim people. And I don't see this as a good message to kids. Because the main group, the Cuties, as the dance group is called, they're kind of low-key awful. Like, they throw a walk at her. They're not even nice to the main character. And I see it in passing and on the internet and like Instagram and all of these places. That, a lot of kids around that age are acting like some of the characters in this movie. Maybe not as extreme, maybe not throwing condoms around, but it's getting bad, and I don't think movies like this would help. It's like kind of the thing where people complain about Bad Baby, aka the Catch Me Outside girl. She got famous, and then it made a lot of people try to get famous off of these things, because then it normalizes it, and it shows that this behavior can work out in the end. And I was going to, edit scenes. I was going to do all the editing for this video, and I just don't want to. Like, I'm not even going to edit over the fumbling over or anything like that. It's I don't know why Netflix picked this movie out of all movies to bring. And I don't know how this got reviewed, like, I think a 90? Or, like, something on Rotten Tomato by the critics. I think, like, it's a 6% by the audience score. There's been, like, Oscar-nominated movies that I think have gotten less on Rotten Tomato than this movie has. I don't know. Like, I thought this movie wasn't gonna be as bad. But this girl was literally, as they're praying to, she's just sitting there and puts the scarf thing, or I don't know if it was actually the head scarf or if it was something else, over her head, and starts watching inappropriate dancing of grown women, at least, in thongs and stuff. While people around her are praying. I feel like anyone of the Muslim religion might actually find this movie kind of offensive, because who thought of that scene? And I think there's worse scenes. This is only a little bit into the movie. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what Netflix was thinking. If there's a message, they didn't do it well. I don't know. Why was this a fucking thing? At least Netflix, you saw the Save the Children movement going on, and you thought, now's the perfect time for Cuties. Now it's time to bring Cuties into the streaming service. Well, I can see why people are saying to cancel Netflix. Will it work? Probably not. Speaking, it's one of the top movies currently on Netflix. And it's just one of those things that I've always said to people I know. The best way to not get this subject to keep going and these things like that is if example, a YouTuber that you really hate, say a YouTuber who films a dead body, or insults special needs children or something like that. The more you give attention to it, the more you're giving it a platform for people who've never heard of it and would never watched it to actually go and watch it and like it. So I think it's one of those things that I get everyone hates the movie, and you should. I get that, but I think it's one of those things that this movie is best left not being talked about. But it's just so stupid, because in the past year, YouTube has influenced rules where, little girls dancing, doing gymnastics and things like that, comments are banned and things like that, because people are using those videos and sending them to each other as, softcore, inappropriate I'm not even going to say the second word because that just feels weird, but using little girl gymnastic videos and stuff like that, and dance videos, as this stuff and using it to trade on YouTube. They were using comments and time stamping things, so you can pause it at the right moment. And then how does this Netflix then hears and movie companies here? Why don't we just take out the whole pausing things, give them inappropriate outfits, and let's make a camera guy zoom in? What cameraman, director, kids, or parents of these kids let them do this movie? I've heard of parents being awful, kid actor parents being awful, and this making their kids do anything just so because they're so desperate to make their kids famous. I feel like you must be one of those people to force your kid to do this movie, and you probably accidentally ended your entire kid's chance of ever starring in another movie, because unless they lie and not put this on this resume, I don't think they're gonna get hired. And I just hope the parents didn't read the script. Will Netflix take down the movie? Probably not. Governments are trying to get it banned. I think the Ohio senator, because, I looked this up before filming. Yeah, there is people trying to ban it. I don't think it'll get banned. These things only last a few days, but let's see what happens. I'm kind of done. Not gonna do any outro. Just done.